here we are, Larry, on the brink of round 3. Hard to believe what it's taken to get this far. These two competitors have been running neck to neck right from the beginning, and after 2 rounds, we're all tied up in the studio. So it's all gonna come down to what happens here in round 3. In this, no rules, shoes versus barefoot, friendly competition. Now, we understand that not everybody looking in has taken the opportunity to watch the previous episodes of this continuing saga, and knowing that their time is valuable, I've asked Larry to prepare one of his rewind clips to get everybody up to speed before we check in with the California guy at the California Club, standing by ringside to the Jumbotron. Why don't we run that clip now, Larry?
Okay, but it's not a talkie.
What do you mean, Larry?
Well, when I was putting the clips together, I thought, well, it would be a whole lot easier if I just talked over the,
Video?
Yeah, while it was playing.
Well, that sounds like a fine idea, Larry. What's the problem?
Well, you know how nervous I get every time we go live, even as a dancer. You wouldn't know it after I got through the first act. Before every show, I'd get as nervous as a schoolgirl in a bridal party.
Larry, there's no reason for a schoolgirl to feel nervous about being at a bridal party.
Oh. Care to tell me how you could possibly know that?
Point taken.
Anyway, I just don't think I can do it.
Well, sticking with our no-rules tradition here at SYD Studio, I suppose we could check in with the California Club and the California guy, if we've got him standing by.
Yeah, Callie will be back in a couple of minutes.
Seems we found ourselves in one of those live situation predicaments.
Tell you what, I'll roll that clip anyway, and maybe you just want to talk over it.
All right, Larry, I'll do my best. Now let's all see what Aunt Larry has in store for us on that rewind clip. Straight out of the gate, we're looking at the car that blew up right after round 1.
Yeah, that's the I Love You car.
And what are we looking at here, Larry?
I don't know how Callie got this shot, but it was just before the chant. That was going on while they were letting the monkeys loose in the pavilion. I've got footage of that after the candle lighting.
Larry, does this rewind clip contain any footage of the first 2 rounds of the event that we've gathered to witness in round 3?
No, but I got the Skycam view of the clubhouse after both round 1 and 2. I slipped those clips in just ahead of the belly bucking. If you want, I can fast forward a little bit.
All right. Well, I can see that our friends at the California Club are back online, ready and waiting for what follows in round 3. Larry, why don't you introduce us to our California Club connection to the California Clubbers, the California Club guy.
Cali guy.
Well, hello, Lulo, up at SYD Studio. Wouldn't you know, before we started to go, I reminded myself to call you Aunt Larry for the purposes of this show. Not Lucy or Lo or Lulo. Something strange has happened that I don't know. My words usually flow. I'm not thinking right and a little too slow. I'm sweating a little and starting to
Blow?
Let's get on with it, shall we? Let me tell you, Larry, everyone here at the California Club can feel the electricity in the air. No longer shocking after 2 rounds of fierce and friendly exhibition. There's a fever going round here, but nobody's feeling sick. SYD VS Shoes won the first round, hands down. But in round 2, different story. Good glory. Barefoot SYD was looking slick. But that was then, and this is now, and the fever's running thick. It's time again. The time is now to show us one more trick. Improvise, fast or slow. Just remember you have only 40 seconds, though. So you better make it quick. Wait, Lucy, there's one more thing that slipped my mind somehow tonight. We had to move the pavilion crowd to a remote site. Seems a storm's coming through the valley. Let me tell you, Larry, a storm through the valley can be pretty scary. So we packed up the tents and the Jumbotron, and the crowd that was here, they're all gone. The members in the clubhouse, well, they're still around, but we loaded the others in buses and sent them to the arena downtown. What's the matter? You can't see we're doing a show here? Yeah, we're gonna back the trailer out in just a minute or two. Give us a break. Last verse. Yes, it rattled my head, getting out all I've said, and I'm ready for a drum solo fix. Barefoot and shoes with nothing to lose. Contenders, prepare to rattle your sticks.
Well, Larry, what started out as fierce and friendly no-rules competition seems to have become a sideshow for the main exhibition in regards to the California Club. Nevertheless, here we are, on the heels of round 3, in what can only be described as the aftermath, with our weigh-in before we bounce back to the California Club for clubber feedback with the California Club guy.
It was like Barefoot Sid was posing a question with a rhythmic cry to the far reaches of the universe with shimmering, radiant, poetic justice screaming at the elephant that is wrecking the furniture, and then he dropped his stick, and Sid with Shoes totally answered the question, hands down.
Well, Larry, I have to say, it's a surprise and a delight that after all we've been through, we can finally agree. I'll not try to understand your assessment, but I will admit my bias in round 1, favoring the competitor less reliant on flashy appeal. Time proved me wrong. Sid with Shoes provided us with 3 solid performances, while Barefoot Sid struggled to the finish line, tangling his stick up in a microphone in his 3rd and final performance. Well, Larry, with that said, and a winner to declare, let's get the California Clubber feedback at the California Club with the California guy. Cali guy!
Hello, Larry. This is gonna sound whack. It may seem hard to believe, but the pavilion crowd floated back. The party's on, I mean everyone. Dance beats rocking the clubhouse with a strobe light flashing, cracking and flashing through a Union Jack. But before I get off track and it's time for you to say, hit the road, Jack, let me just say what a pleasure it's been to run into you again. And if by chance we meet again, that you'll remember the pleasure it's been. As you can plainly see, the storm took out some bricks and left the place in a wreck, leaving a few cracks behind and some pipes to check. But what the heck? There's still plenty of beer, and come next year, I'm converting the place anyway into a 20th century 1976 discotheque.
I don't know what to say. Did you mean the part about the chances?
Larry, the contest?
Yeah. Callie, we decided the clear winner to the contest is Sid with Shoes, hands down. So I guess all that's left for us to do is celebrate the night away, after you announce the results of the contest, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been through a lot together. An exploding car, monkeys, pirates, and then the weather. But through it all, this crowd persists. The storm dies down, and in its midst, the clubhouse vibe is still alive and no one can resist. The crowd is loud, with no judgment now. To cease and desist. To become second year, one must first begin, and in every contest only one can win. A contest with no rules is just the same, and all this excitement, face it, that's why you came. After all that each Sid did, the score stayed even as the vote was split until round 3 when they did agree. But don't think that ends it. That just leaves it to me to turn to the club consensus. And let's just see who won round 3 and who the real winner of this contest is. So here it is, the final word is what I say. Sid with Shoes, you lose, it's not your day. It's Barefoot Sid all the way.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Did you see what he just did there?
I heard it all, Larry. Doesn't matter, though. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Well, wasn't that the point of the competition when we started this whole thing? Fierce and friendly competition, and everyone's a winner, as long as we have fun.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, that kid in the red pants sure has some moves.
That he does, Larry. It's been a long day. Think I'm gonna call it a night.
Oh, okay. I think I'll stay up a while. You know, in case Callie decides to call.